Some time ago, China sent me this monstrosity. We'll get to that in a minute. This is the NOEVSBIG soldering station thing with a microscope stand? Something? Anyway, it's got all kinds of stuff that's in the way. They're all magnetic. We can take off all of that stuff that we're not going to need for now. Those can kind of stay. That's separate, so this comes off. I don't know what that's for. Extra parts you don't need. This is the part we came for. So we'll take out these little screws, fixing screws, and I'll show you the problem. The problem is kind of obvious. Fits up to a 35mm lens. This is not that size. This is too big to fit. This is useless. Can't use that kind. The thickness we can work with that. I think that'll work. So I need to make that bigger. I had an idea. I might break it. I'm okay with that, because it's otherwise useless. And I'll tell you when we're going to do it. Now. Because this is the when. So when is now. I'm going to take a little grindy bit, completely throw caution to the wind, and zip right through that. That's the idea. That might open this up just enough to allow, you know, that to fit. Might fuck it up royally. I don't know. Let's get some tools together, or that one. Alright, like I said, it kind of doesn't matter if I screw this up, because if I do, then I just still can't use it. So it's not like that big of a deal. These are magnetic. Might be wise to kind of put them here. Maybe they can sort of collect some of the debris. I don't know. It's just an idea. We're just going to go for broke and just start cutting and deal with the consequences later. Well, that part didn't work. Kind of figured that, right? Is that cutting a dent in it? Yeah, it's also not straight, but it's okay. Doesn't need to be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. How does that happen? How does that happen? Wow. I never, ever, ever expected that. That is totally... How does that happen? Is that good for anything still? This did not come with the Wen kit, so you can't blame that. We almost like cut through this. I think I got like 2 cuts going there, but that's whatever. Not cutting any more with this thing. Oh yeah, that did a great job sucking up all the metal bits, right? Yeah. It's not sucking up shit. Okay, well, it didn't work. Good, so far a complete and total fail. This is, can a guy like bend that back? Probably, right? I don't know. I'm gonna get out like the new one. Okay, so I got another one in here. We'll go at a lower speed. Really? I need a little more. Just ended up cutting, you know, getting to the wrong spot. That doesn't even look straight. It's totally not straight. It's fine. I'm too afraid to ramp the speed much more. Is it even cutting this way? Something already, come on. We're almost there. There's just the tiniest bit there. This is ridiculous. We're through. It's totally tricky. Alright, good enough. That was way more than this was supposed to take. This was supposed to be an easy... Right. Yeah, it still doesn't fit. That's okay. Now, can we spread it? I think a flat blade screwdriver. I think that's about as much as that's going to spread. With this screwdriver, it's gotta go more. I'm gonna work on that a bit. Not giving me much. And I tried these already. These are at the end of their travel as well. And that doesn't work much anymore. So I think we gotta kind of do one of these. Well, maybe let's just try just camming that out a bit. That already looks better, but I think that needs to cam out also. Yeah, that might do it. So if I can just a little bit at a time. Well, that's got to go like that. Hey, we're almost there. I'll cam this out a little more. Very close. That took the bottom cap off, which I'm sure it's scratching up. I don't know that this does anything. It's just goes, well, I guess we don't need that kind anymore. It fits in somehow. There. Alright, keep bending. Just a little more each way. Way larger gap than I thought I was going to need. Way larger. Still got to go, because it should fit on the ridge here, and it's getting caught up on that. Jeez, I don't know anymore. Let's see if we can open up from here a little. Not yet. That is an opening, okay? I'll keep playing with it. This was like 37 millimeters, and that was 35, and I had to cut open that much for this to fit. That was a little ridiculous, right? Alright, let me see if these screws will go in, which I think are plastic. That's kind of fun. So I really don't want to cross thread them. So give me a second to do that, because things are not working the way I wanted them to. The front one still works. Okay, get those in there nice and tight. Well, that didn't quite do it. All right, let's try that again. It's crooked. Why is it crooked? You know, sometimes the simplest thing sometimes. There, try that now. Okay, screw that in. Right. Yes, good. Right. And that. Yes. It's going. It's in. Scope is tight, or tight enough for what I need. You know, not super tight. It's never going to be because of the cut in it. It's not sharp in that I haven't cut my fingers off. I can focus it. In fact, let's see if we could see the what do you call it's on there. It would help if I... All right, hang on. 6 things at a time. Okay, do that. Turn the scope on. Aha! Here, I'll even take this stupid thing off. Yeah, you can kind of see. I don't know what the scope thinks it's seeing. It's seeing everything out of focus. That's good. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's all the stuff. All the metal filings. That made a huge mess. Here's the little pointy guys. They're all covered in that shit too. What a fucking disaster! Like seriously, that wasn't a lot that I needed out of this thing. And it took all that hell just to do it. Woof! Anyway, the whole point of this, let's bring this up. We'll get rid of these. Just got to go like all the way. Loosen that, make it work a little better. Start with that, and then we could put the scale and now we'll turn it on. Whoops. I can maneuver the scope a bit. Hey, look at that! Oh yeah, friggin' rights he did. You can't even see that. Why didn't you tell me? Alright, we're going down. You gotta tell me these things. You still can't see it. Well, I gotta move this now. See, like that? And then I could turn my knobs and have it move. Wow, it's like a miniature football field and shit. And then we can go here, and then this is supposed to turn. Trippy. Trippy. Then it's like centered there. Oh, time for a leak. I don't know what that does still. It's just a white thing. Kind of reflective V. You see the things there. Its problem is it's too tall for this, so it's kind of, well, no, not really. It's only too tall because of the damn camera. You know, because otherwise I got this much room. Yeah, you could see it now. And then we can refocus. Refocus!
Pleasant-tasting Ricola is blended from organically grown Swiss alpine herbs and other natural ingredients. Ricola, natural herb cough drops from Switzerland. Now available and sugar-free, naturally.
There we go. That works. Oh, it looks like I should probably charge it. This is bent. We can't have that. How did that even bend? The disc is going to shatter in my hand. It'll never track. I'm just trying to do this to do it. It'll never track straight again. I can't even bend the fucker. Not with these pliers. I need others. I never expected that to happen. That's really strange. That was really, really strange. Yeah, I need bigger pliers for that. Or a vise, that would work. Only one I got is like magnetic, and that's going to break the magnetism, and it works now. It's how do they say, fugly? Fugly. It's fugly. That's fine. Doesn't chop your finger off. The screw in the front still works. A little bit of black nail polish on that, clean it right up. Brand new. Brand new. That'll be fine. Okay, good. So this is like kind of usable now. I think I'll clean up the edges a little just because that's how I am. It's like not, you know, it's not new enough looking. So I'll have to do that. But we can take the scope out. I'm not going to leave it in this thing. I just wanted to see if it was possible to do this. And I have a couple of other scopes that China had sent that are just like USB for the computer and that. They don't fit either. So I don't know what kind of microscope that China was making for China, because this is Chinese enough, and it needed that much out of there. Like, damn, a lot. So yeah, so that was kind of a fail, but now works. I showed you that already. I don't know how this works anymore. Something. I'll figure it out one day. Probably not. But if you're looking at specimens and things like that, when was now, but not the right time to bend that. How does that happen? All right. Anyway, it's done. Something I've been planning for a long time that didn't go the way I had planned. Oh well. Anyway, it ended up working anyway in the end. Just not as great as I would have hoped. But there we are. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it very much. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. And take care. We'll see you next time. Link to that tool in the prescription. And I bought that. China didn't send it. That one. This one right here. The orange one. You knew I'd fix it, right? I can't just leave stuff like that. That doesn't work. I don't just break my stuff and leave it. I just bent it back with pliers and things and stuff, and then cut off the really bendy part. It works just the same in the collet. We'll go ahead and put the blade back on. Well, maybe not anymore. I found the washer. I gotta find the screw. Great. The blade itself is what's screwed up, and that's what messed the rest up. Or the cutting disc, I should say. It's kind of oblong. So it wallered out the hole in the center of the disc, and that ensures that that moves. That makes it off center. And when you put that at the end of a long steek, well, it doesn't work. If I put the washer on the other side, does that help anything? Because I don't know, that's just how I always had it, like that. I never tried it the other way. Does that do anything? Well, get in the groove there. It's still off. Oh, it's better though. So you can hear that at the higher RPMs. Whoa, yeah. That was vibration. You can tell the collet, not the collet, this piece doesn't spin true. But when I remove, unless it bent further, which is possible, when I remove this, let's see now. It's a little off. It's pretty close, so just got to mind the speed a little bit. Yeah, I could feel the vibration in it. It's a little off. Oh, still a lot better than it was, so we got that going for it. So we'll, I don't know, we'll keep it around. That's how much I shortened it, like all the way. Use the other blade and cut this one down, and oh, that's a total coincidence. I cut it almost exactly the same length. Total coincidence that happened. But okay, it seemed to work a little better with the washer than the knackered blade and then the screw. So I guess I'll put it back that way and you know, keep it around so I can damage it further. And it should damage this further and not the tool, I hope. Alright, I guess we're done now. There we go. Bad as new.